Hi everyone, Andrea Vall here. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips to help you make better Facebook ads. So I see this a lot of times. People are wondering why their Facebook ads aren't working. They're like, it's not converting, or it's not doing what I need it to do. Well, there are some things that you can do to test to make sure that your ads do better. So here are my 3 quick tips on how to make better Facebook ads. Number 1 is to split test. You need to test at least 2 different things for sure, and probably a lot of different things before you really hone in on what's working for you. So I always say test your demographics first. Hone in on your keywords that work best for your niche, for your market, for what you're trying to do. If it's like getting someone to opt into your free ebook, or maybe it's trying to get people to click over to learn more about your real estate business, or maybe it's you're targeting people who like certain types of books because you're an author. So you need to do a number of different tests to figure out which keywords are going to work best for you. And oftentimes you want to make sure that you're doing some things to help get some remarketing, some retargeting available to you, like doing things like Facebook Lives and then testing the different the different retargeting for the people who've watched a certain segment of your video, or maybe making sure you've got the pixel installed on your website and retargeting those people to help you get better results from your Facebook ads. So test your demographics first, and then go ahead and test different images, because oftentimes I guess wrong on which image is going to work. I think, oh, that image is the best for sure, and I do the test and I'm wrong. So we can make lots of different guesses around that, but you need to test to be sure. So split testing is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is really figuring out your targeting. So this kind of goes along with tip number 1, but you want to make sure you're doing some research in there and not targeting too wide or too narrow. I see that happen quite a bit. Like, people target a really wide audience with tons of keywords in there. And how are you going to know which keyword is doing the best for you? You need to split that up and test it a little more narrowly, but not too narrow so that your ad doesn't even show to people. If you've got a really small target of 2,000 people or less with a kind of more generic message, it may not be landing correctly. So you want to make sure that you're dividing up your audience and testing that appropriately. Then the next, and the other things you can do with targeting that's really cool is that you can, narrow your targeting by layering terms on top of it, or, adding a few more keywords in if you aren't getting a wide enough target for your retargeting audiences, for example. So tip number 3 is to really watch the right stats, because this is huge. People say, my ad isn't working, but you're not looking at really what your key performance indicators are. So for example, I really mostly care about driving traffic to my site and getting conversions. So I want to make sure I'm comparing that exact stat between the different types of ads I might run. Like, I might run a boosted post, and I want to make sure that I'm seeing what's the link click cost on that, or am I actually getting conversions there? And with conversions, you are going to have to install that Facebook pixel, and that's the best way to really know if your ad is working, is to make sure you're tracking that conversion, but also just make sure that you understand what you want out of that ad. Because sometimes people say, you know what, I just want brand awareness, a wide exposure, wide reach for this ad. And so then you could run a brand awareness ad and not really care much about the clicks. I have a client right now who is trying to get a lot of brand awareness around their wine as they're breaking into the American market. So we're running video ads and we're running brand awareness ads because those types of ads get great reach at a very low cost. So make sure you're matching what you want out of the ad with the stats that you're looking at and comparing that between the ads, and then also picking the right type of ad. So those are my 3 tips. I actually am going to link to a blog post that talks more about this and dives in a little deeper, so you can get some access to that. And make sure you sign up for like my page, subscribe to my channel, whatever is happening here. Sign up for my email newsletter to get all kinds of great tips coming up. So talk to you guys later. Bye.